We also have another tradition. Jim Zorlin, are you around?
I'm here.
All right, come in, you crusty old guy.
Parade director, let's go! Woo!
For those of you who don't know Jim, Jim's been the construction coordinator for Polk County Long-Term Recovery. And you remember, like, and all the folks in Polk County, you know, James Earl and Alicia and everybody else and Lori and everybody who supported, and all the caseworkers who worked so closely with the families. You remember Radar O'Reilly from MASH? Like, he was always getting supplies, like the general would want whiskey from Tokyo. Like, that's a Jim. He just figures out where to get everything from everywhere. And what's amazing is he coordinated the rebuilding, not just of this house in terms of getting materials and stuff, but the other houses as well for the other families. And I mean, imagine what it's like running around to try to get all this chaos organized, you know, to build 3 houses in addition to the community center this weekend. The tradition we have, do we even have a name for it? I don't know, just like the pay for tradition, whatever. All right, so here's how it started. When I drove cross country in the truck for New York Says Thank You, and it wasn't me, I never even drove an inch, I was on the phone the whole time. And there were 2 other guys driving, Stavros Michaelides and Marius, I got Marius last name, Phelan. And Stavros comes from this wonderful Greek family. He actually built our home. And when Stavros came to Baker Chapel, he brought a hammer. And he left it. I don't know if it was on purpose or an accident. And then the next year, the folks from Baker Chapel brought the hammer to Groesbeck, Texas. Right? Did I get that right? Yeah. And they said every year we're going to pass this hammer forward. And the folks in Groesbeck said, yeah, well, that's cool, but we're going to add to it every year. So the Vincent family in Groesbeck, Texas added a tool belt. And then the next year they brought that to Greensburg, Kansas, and gave it to Matt Dayton. And what was the tool that was added that year?
Pocket knife.
The utility knife, right? And then the Vincents presented it to Matt Dayton from Greensburg, Kansas. Last year, Matt brought it to Little Sioux, Iowa, presented it to Denny. So you understand how this?
I understand.
Great. So
where is the
next year, Jim?
Exactly.
Next year, Jim, I don't have any tools now. So be up next year.
If I could ask Denny Dieters, who came here from Little Sioux Scout Camp, to do the next step in this tradition.
This year we added a level.
Oh, we don't use levels.
So what you need to do then is you need to keep this next year, and you need to come to the next location, and this then gets passed on to the next one.
You got it.
Okay?
All right.
I'll give you 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Hold the belt up for a minute. All right.
Hey, at least you
hold the belt up for a minute. Okay.
Got a hook.
Yes,
Got a nail.
Hold the belt up so we can get some pictures.
Need some plywood.
All right.
We don't need a level.
Our Lord created the wheel. And the Lord himself is the axle, because without the axle there is no wheel. Every project like this one is another wheel the Lord creates. Our Lord Jesus is the hub. Every single donator, every single volunteer, every that is here is a spoke in that wheel. And this has been a big wheel. And when it's all done, the rim goes on the outside and makes it a complete. There is no spoke in this wheel that is any more important than any other spoke. We are all equally chosen by the Lord to do the job we did this last 4 or 5 days. And we thank the Lord for that.
Hey, Jim, you realize God's well there.
That was perfect.
God is
Give me a
before we head to dinner, I know there are a couple other special presentations. There are so many people to thank that have made this weekend possible, and it's not just the building, but to coordinate the National 9/11 Flag Tour, the restoration at the same time, and you know. Jimmy Sands. Jimmy Sands is like, I don't know, he's made me Irish, that's all I can do. Get up there.
Jimmy!
I need all the FDNY personnel that's here to come up here for 1 second.
They're none, so. Just so you know. Just so you know, and I don't think you know this, but the folks from Baker Chapel, I think half of them are not here, and a bunch of the FDNY guys are not here because they're just committed. They're finishing Andrew's house.
What'd you say? They got committed?
They got committed. No, they're out there banging out at Andrew's house. They want to make sure the roof got on tonight.
Cool.
Otherwise, they'd be here.
I'm here.
But Matt's here.
I need Steve Davis, Ronnie Duckett, and Commander Bob Young of the Frank Freed Post of the American Legion. Can you guys come up for a second? Every year what we've been doing is the FDNY guys will come up with something special for individuals in the town that we're going to. So what we're going to present today to each of these gentlemen is a flag that hung on 10 and 10, which is located on Liberty Street, right across the street from Ground Zero, and a plaque for them to hang in their respective buildings. Presented to the American Legion, Frank Freed Post number 18, and the Disabled American Veterans, the Herbert 8A Littleton Detail 1261 Marine Corps League, Veteran of Foreign Wars Frank C. Bainham Post number 4451 of Mena, Arkansas, in memory of the 2,976 victims whose lives were lost on the 11th of September 2001. May we never forget. There's a piece of steel from the Trade Center. Sorry, sir. And the flag. And to the Mena Public Schools, in memory of the 2,976 victims whose lives were lost on the 11th of September 2001. May we never forget. I also need a member of every family, the 3 homes that we built this weekend, to come on up.
Is Shirley here? Or anybody from the Andrews? No, that's okay. I think it's still there.
We're all going to the park at about 6:15.
So Jimmy, just the wing here, so why don't you present it? That's okay. Why don't you present it to Amy and then she can make sure. Okay.
Jessica and Victoria Covenants of Howard Beach, Queens, and their mother and their grandmother admitted in the last month and a half 6 blankets, 2 to each family, so you guys can start your home at. Wow. Yeah.
All right, we're good.
I've got a little something for them as well. Sure. In my truck, I'll bring it to them. But it's from our American Legion post in Slidell. An older couple that wanted to help in some kind of way, and they knew we were all coming up here to do this. So I'll bring it to you in a little bit.